Hey guys, Captain Foley back with another Eaglemoss product review. Today we're looking at a sneaky little ship. One that's been changed and expanded on a little bit over the years and really has an interesting, history as far as how the model was used. And that of course is the Tholian Starship from 2268. There are different ones, obviously. Got some information here on the cover. Crew 1, launched 23rd century, length 15 meters, weapon Tholian web. So its weapon is just playing the episode Tholian web for anyone it encounters, I guess. But yeah, we've done some interesting videos on the Tholians and whatnot for Trekyards. So check those out. Just type in Trekyards Tholian in your search engine in YouTube and you'll find those. Now this one, I usually get my ships directly from Eaglemoss because we are an affiliate partner. But this one I got from a good friend of mine, Timothy Earl. So thank you, Tim, very much for this ship. I didn't have this one. And yeah, thank you very much. So we're going to look at the magazine right now. Open it up, it's got the standard how to place it on the stand over there. Here you got a great shot of it from the front. I gotta admit they look kind of cool from the front. I love that front view. And some statistics right here. Operated by the Tholian Assembly, active 23rd century, length 15 meters, crew of 1, captain, Commander Loskeen, weaponry, particle beam emitters, and Tholian web. At the bottom there you got some detailed shots of the 3D model that Eaglemoss used. So yeah, here we open up the first page. You got a nice shot of the ships in formation. When working in pairs, Tholian ships could create an energy web to trap vessels that invaded their space. Now they could do energy, they could do Tholian webs, they could do Tholian, they could fire Tholian web balls. There's a bunch of different web formations. When you play Starfleet battles, you can actually learn about the different web formations that they can make, the things they can do with that. So it's pretty cool. Data feed here says scans taken of a Tholian ship in 2152 by Enterprise NX-01 revealed that its interior environmental conditions were set at more than 200 degrees Celsius. A great shot of the original Tholian there. The Tholian that we saw in A Mirror Darkly was awesome to see that. So, very cool. Of course, shots from the Tholian web up there. The Enterprise found the ghostly outline of the missing Defiant in an unexplored area of space. Shortly after, a Tholian starship arrived, claiming this region belonged to them. So you can see them forming the web here. A great episode, and the technology that the Enterprise, or the way the Enterprise slips through subspace to get out of the web, is actually very interesting. It's actually used in the Federation's transwarp technology. So if you didn't know about that, check out our episode on transwarp technology, Trekyards transwarp. Just really cool. Very simplistic looking little ship. They did redesign it for the remastered. Not redesign it, they recolored it. And added some detail to it because it was kind of plain. So, here we got a nice orthographic view of the ship. And this is like a little fighter. The Tholians do have larger ships, at least in games like Starfleet Battles. This is, as we've said, it was a one-person like fighter craft almost. So, there is that. Tractor beam emitters on each of the points, and web filament emitter at the back. So very cool. Designing the Tholian ship. Talks about the design process there. The Tholian Starship for the remastered edition of the Tholian Web was based on the CG Tholian model that appeared in Enterprise. And I like the way they've kind of changed it to look a little bit more detailed. In Enterprise it had the blue. In TOS Remastered it had the orange or yellowy kind of coloration to it. So, and there's an article in here about Star Trek at the Smithsonian. It talks about some of the different episodes, costumes, props. So, the supplemental material in here is pretty cool. Again, more props. And the Tholian web ship, the original model, was actually reused. They put warp nacelles on it, and they reused it as Dr. Severin's ship, used in the way to Eden. So the ship was reused. They just took the Tholian ship and just added some of this warp nacelles to it, which, yeah, no, that's okay. And it talks about its on-screen appearances in Tholian web. So, yeah, that's the book. And on the back is a nice shot of the Tholian web ship from the top side or bottom, I don't know, because they're all the same. So there you go, it's right there. So again, thank you very much, Tim, for sending this my way. I appreciate it. And now we're going to take a look at the actual model. There's not much to talk about because it's all no top, no bottom, no side, really. It's just kind of a thing that it is. So there it is there. Not very big. It's about the size of my hand. It fits in there. Now, when I first got mine, one of these black tips here was actually broken off and loose in the package. So I just used some super glue and glued it. Usually I would keep it out just to show you how it was broken, but it's so small that I just wanted to make sure that I didn't lose it, so I glued it back on. The engine details here are like a textured plastic, and of course light shines through them beautifully, so it looks really cool. Now there might be this. I think this is actually the bottom. This has got a smooth side. There's absolutely nothing on that, and then here on the side you can see some of the details there at the side and at the back. So there is some detailing on it, not too much. It's got a nice metallic color and some nice stepping or detailing at the front here, which was added later. That wasn't part of the original model, if I remember correctly. So some really cool views of it. It's nothing amazing to display though, because it is so simplistic. It almost doesn't. It feels like a cheat almost to have one of these. You should almost get like 2 or 3 in a pack, and have like a stand where you can display multiple ones, or even have just 2 and have like a little web element that you can connect the 2 of them. That would be kind of cool. Eaglemoss, you should do that, because this is so simple. There's not a lot of detail on this. The back doesn't have a lot of detail. It's just kind of and it's actually great for like a pen. It's very comfortable and ergonomic to hold. You just put a little ballpoint pen thing in the middle there, just drill that out, and you got a little pen, and it's comfortable. It's very comfortable. So that's the Tholian web ship, guys. We're just going to throw it on the stand over here, take a look at it, and call this video a wrap. So let's head on over. Alright guys, here she is on the stand. As you can see, the light glows through those engine housings pretty nicely. It is very simple to get on the stand, and yes, the smooth side is the bottom of the ship. So make sure that is facing down, so you got some of the details at the side there, as you can see. But not a whole lot to say about this design. I mean, it's one of those ones from the top on a low shelf, looks good. I mean, it looks kind of cool. On a eye level shelf, depending on how you have it pointed, looks alright, I guess. Again, a lot of these views are going to be very much the same. But I mean, that looks kind of cool. And then of course on an upper shelf, same kind of thing. I always hate that I got so much backlight, I gotta fix that, but actually that's kind of a cool, that looks like a F-107 stealth fighter a little bit. But the detail that was added to the front, and it's hard to redesign something so simple, but I think they did a fantastic job with it. So, and like I said, be wary of those points when you get them. They do, or they have the ability to come off. I'm not going to say they do come off, but they have the ability to. So just be mindful of that. So that is it, guys, for the Tholian web. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you want to pick this up or any other Eaglemoss ships, by all means, click the link in the description below. It's in the description of all of our videos. And head on over to the Eaglemoss site. Throw this and a few other things in your cart. And just use the discount code Trekyards at checkout to save yourself some money. So... but yeah, that is it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video or Eaglemoss product review. I'm not sure exactly what that's going to be or when. The Eaglemoss review should be coming back every Friday now, so thank you very much for joining me. So until next time, guys, make sure you subscribe to both channels, and don't forget to check out other videos by us as well. See you later, guys.